Yay, it's working now. Hi, everybody. I hope all is well. Let me do something first. Here. Now I got it working right. Anyway, I hope all is well. This is Ginger and this is Ginger's Chat Show. And yes, this is my grade school that I went to when I grew up. Um, anyway, just a short, quick video as always. I just got back from my PT therapy for my knee. It's much better. I graduated. Right now, I have a sciatic nerve in my back that's not working very well currently, so I'm a little bit sore. Um, I stopped my PT therapy. There was like 3 left, and I wasn't going to spend another $30 on that. My insurance does not cover it. I mean, it covers part of it, but doesn't cover the whole thing. And so I just went and stopped it because found out that my physical therapist was not getting any communication from the orthopedic clinic over here. Why, I don't know. I don't know if the physician's assistant didn't transfer anybody over or what the deal is. But I'll be seeing my doctor on Wednesday and tell him what's going on. So, anyway, as you know, it's the last few days. Taco Donnie. He's been picking fights. That's very uncharacteristic of the President of the United States. You don't pick fights with other people. No. Okay. You're supposed to concentrate on your country and fixing issues in your country and making things better for everybody. But no, Donnie decides to be a idiot, as he always is, and he doesn't care about anything or anybody but himself. Now he is fighting dementia issues because he's showing signs of it, and a combination with his mental illness and everything else with that, which is a very bad combo. Um, he is now uh, he's going after anybody. Well, now Stephen Miller, we have not heard or seen hide nor hair of him. So I kind of wonder if something didn't happen. Vance has been leaking most of things what's going on, and Trump is now doesn't want any uh, publicity or any press in his office or anything else when he's doing these things. Well, I thought Donnie liked all kinds of attention. Okay, and now he's being very secretive, which is a bad thing too. You work as President of the United States, you work for the people. We are your bosses. You're supposed to keep us informed of what's going on. You don't sit there and play games. Now, as your boss, Trump, you keep you've gone so far now. You're fired. And I hope Congress builds a courage to stand up to you, since you're a piddly little idiot that you are, and give you the boot. And put somebody in there that knows what works, what doesn't work, what they can improve, that type of thing. Things that don't work, change it over to something else. Okay? Now, over in Middle East, which has always been a hotbed for issues, Bibi tricked Donnie into attacking Iran. He wants Trump to fight the war for him. Well, Bibi, be careful. You're going to find yourself out have a job too. And Israel needs to rise up and boot the guy out. all the previous prime ministers that I knew, not personally know, but we've seen and we've heard and everything else, never attacked another country unless they were attacked. Okay? I remember back in 1973, this is before some of you were born, 6 countries attacked Israel with no, they weren't provoked. They just went and attacked Israel just for Israel being existing. Okay? Well, I remember this one lady prime minister, Indira Gandhi. I think that's who it was. I forgot what her name, but she was very good prime minister. She said, okay, we'll just attack back. And they did in the 1973 Yom Kippur War, it's called. Yom Kippur is a very special holiday for those of Jewish faith, okay? And those 6 countries that attacked Israel, for some reason didn't like Jews. They were judging the book by its cover. That's what they were doing. Well, they, oh, I can't do that right now. My computer's being picky. But anyway, they fought back, defended, and they won. Well, the war only went on for 6 days. 6 days. Israel won. And the country started gaining respect. So very few of that time, very few of the Middle East countries did some attacking. They backed off, okay? Well, then you have groups like Hezbollah. There's one other group, radical group, that's been causing problems. And they're the ones that sit there and do all the attacking and make it seem like another country is attacking them. In other words, framing them, okay? Anyway, Bibi should not ask another country to attack another country. That's a big no-no, and he should know better, since Israel is a part of NATO. And Bibi should be removed. Right now, Bibi, the Prime Minister of Israel, had a warrant for his arrest through the World Court, through The Hague. They have an arrest warrant for him. And they should put out an arrest warrant for Trump. They really should. Because Trump went right along with it. Well, now Iran, now Trump is trying to block Iranian ports. Well, you know what? If I was president of the United States, I'd go, get our ships out of there. Let the Strait of Hormuz do its thing. Okay? And basically apologize to Iran and tell Israel either put up or shut up. You don't lure another country to attack another country. And Iran, you better not do any nuclear thing. We already have enough problems with Russia. So the only powers that have nuclear capabilities, the U.S. and Russia, and that's one other country. I think there's like one other country that has nuclear capability. I would have to check on that. So, we need to push back on Trump. Get him removed. Tell Congress to stop dragging their feet. You know what? Mega Mike, what he's doing when he keeps shutting down the House, he's interfering with everybody else's jobs. He's interfering with the House of Representatives' jobs. The representatives represent the states. You know what they should do? They should lock him out of the chambers. Lock him out. Have Hakeem Jeffries take Mike Johnson out of the job anyway. The Republicans have very, very little majority now. Kick him out, put Hakeem Jeffries in his place, and have Hakeem Jeffries. I'm sure he'll whip everything back in shape so fast, wouldn't it be funny? Because the Republicans now know that they lost their jobs in November. Many of them are not running for re-election. And many of them are some are in trouble, ethically in trouble. Now that brings me to another thing, is Eric Swalwell. He suspended a campaign for governor in California because of a sexual misconduct allegation. Well, you know, before they ever start really going after him, they need to make sure the facts are there. It's not some planting of evidence or going after or just judging the person just because of that allegation. You have to have proof. In other words, they're innocent until proven guilty. Okay? That's simple. So you should not be judging. Okay? Now, I find that kind of hard to believe on Mr. Swalwell. I really do. Because he's been in Congress for so many years. And I think this is more of a political thing than a actual ethical thing. I think it's more political because I think it's the GOP that's doing this. They're trying to prevent further other numbers going down. Well, when you pick on somebody, your numbers are going to go down anyway. So, word to the wise. Make sure you have hard facts there. Truthful facts, not false. Because if you falsely accused somebody, you got to make darn sure you have the hard facts to prove it. If you don't, then you should have no business of doing false accusations. Okay. Now, there are people that don't like Swalwell and try to do their darndest to ruin his reputation. Because he wants to do everything right. And they're doing their darndest not letting him do anything right. That's my observation, okay? Same way with this one other senator that was pushed out. He was I think he was falsely accused of sexual misconduct. And there was no hard evidence of it. Now, with Trump being off, he's a 34-count convicted felon. I'm sorry, that was Seattle-Houston baseball game. He should be removed from office. He has 34 felony counts. He should have no business being the President of the United States. I thought that anybody that goes for public office, they're supposed to have a clean slate. They're not supposed to have any felony convictions or a rap sheet, okay? And I can't understand their thinking when they're letting Trump in office when they know full well he's a 34 count convicted felon. He should be in jail. He should be in jail for a long time. Anyway, my 15 minutes are up, and feel free to watch the video anytime chance you get. I know some of you in the Midwest are fighting tornado season's ramping up now. So please be careful. Keep your eye on the sky. Watch storm chasers. They're the best information, too. I watched Vince Watley for storm chasing, and he puts out the best information. And so storms are moving Midwest and moving east. So watch yourselves. Oh, another thing too before I close out. I don't know if any of you watched it. Did you watch the Artemis 2 splashdown and the Artemis 2 mission through the last 10 days? Those guys did a wonderful job, and I congratulate them. It's a successful mission. Sure, there's a couple of glitches, in the capsule and everything, but they're going to work on that. They're going to fix that before Artemis 3 launches next year. Now, Artemis 3, I understand they're looking at putting a space station around the moon. And then having a base find a place to put a base on that is very stable and, they'll work it out. In other words, have it in place properly. But I understand they're looking at putting a space station around the moon, which makes sense. It's sort of like a stopover. Then in 2030, I read this somewhere, in 2030, ISIS will be retired. The International Space Station, it will be retired. In the meantime, there will be like 4 or 6 space stations will be circling the Earth, and those will be designated to whatever specialty, which I think that's kind of cool. So they're going to have to figure out the traffic pattern on that too, because we do have Starlink satellites and everything circling the Earth, and Air Force busy Space Force is tracking all this. So we know the help we could get on that. We don't want any accidents. So anyway, I will see you on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Let me check my calendar real quick. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Okay, I'll see you at 1 o'clock on Wednesday and on Friday. So, hope all is well. Take care and stay safe. And thank you for watching. I'll post this on my YouTube channel. And I'm up to 68 subscribers. I need more subscribers, guys. I want to get up to at least 3,000 subscribers in order for me to go live on YouTube and I could get paid on YouTube. So, I just switched off my YouTube premium, because the price of YouTube premium is going up. So I'm trying to juggle all my subscriptions, if you will. I might go back on premium. So anyway, I'll talk to you later. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you later. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.